So the Future Home Standard has finally dropped. There's already been quite a bit written about it, but what we're going to do today, we're going to have a chat with Cliff Prosser, our technical manager, to actually see what that means for the industry. Okay then, Cliff, so the big question is, what has actually changed in regards to the targets for windows and doors?
There's been no change, Mark. The targets for windows and doors remain the same as previously published. The limiting U value is still set at 1.6, while the notional U values remain at 1.2 for windows and glazed doors with a 60% or greater internal glass area. Other doors are set at 1.0 U value. The main change is how fabricators will have to prove they are achieving the required U value rating.
So what has actually changed in how windows and doors are actually calculated from the current model?
Yeah, there's a major change in the way the windows are going to be simulated. Gone is the standard U value calculation of a set 1230 by 1480 model of a specified window style, which currently can be applied across windows being installed. For new build homes, under the new Future Home Standard, every window now will be individually calculated across actual size and configuration. Not only has the calculation been widened for all the window sizes and configurations, ancillary components that were previously sat outside the calculation or were ignored are now included. So every element that sits within the opening must now be factored into the thermal calculation. This means mullions, transoms, dummy sashes, extenders, Georgian bar, duplex bar and sills must be modelled to give an accurate area weighted average for heat loss. However, structural elements of windows and doors which could negatively impact thermal performance by design, i.e. load-bearing bay poles or couplers, do not need to be included in the U value calculation. The other big change is performance. For the whole dwelling, the transition is being made from the SAP model to the new home energy model, HEM. Initially, they will run side by side. This means that weaker performing windows can be offset by stronger performing windows, one within the limiting U value tolerance. The end result is an average weighted value that complies with the required specification of the whole window model.
How would this affect the different window sizes?
Well, the consequence will be that smaller windows will become tougher to gain compliance because they have a lot less glass area compared to profile used. It also worsens as you add any of the ancillary components now being used. The overall expectation is that there'll be a lot more triple glazed units used alongside double glazed units to ensure compliance. There may even be a shift by some home builders to make triple glazing standard on all their windows and doors fitted.
So then, Cliff, what are the actual key dates for the Future Home Standards compliance?
Well, Mark, the key dates for our diaries are that the new methodology for standard new build work in England starts from the 24th of March 2027 with a 12-month transition. It extends to the 24th of September 2027 for high-risk buildings of 18 metres or 7+ stories. However, if a new build project was filed under the old rules but hasn't started on site by the 24th of March 2028, then it will fall under the new standards automatically.
And what rules related to these dates should people be made aware of?
One of the main rules that relate to this is the transitional provisions apply per building, not per site. Therefore, on a large plot development, only properties physically under construction by the 24th of March 2028 can be built to the old standard. After that date, the remaining plots will fall under the new standard, even if they sit on the same planning application. This could mean that different plots on the same site may require different specified windows and doors to the original application.
And finally, Cliff, what's next from Selecta's perspective?
Well, firstly, we're confident that with a combination of the advanced 70 profiles and thermally efficient glass units in either a 28mm double glaze or a 40mm triple glaze, we can achieve this without any major increased financial impact to our fabricators. For example, our standard casement currently achieves a U value of 1.1 with a 28mm double glazed unit and 0.8 U value with a 40mm triple glazed unit, meeting and exceeding the current future home standard requirements. As a systems house that prides itself on supporting our customers as much as possible, we're currently looking into the best way of our fabricators to calculate individual product U values, ideally at quoting stage alongside the manufacturing design software.
Right, okay then, thank you Cliff for your overview of the future home standard. I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more over the coming months in regards to U values. It certainly sounds like a small change in wording for the compliance, but what could possibly be a massive change to the industry.